Now, we like to feature professionals in different fields, whether they're plumbers or people who work on cars, stuff like that. We've asked a specialist in real estate, Rick Munoz, to come onto our show. We're going to ask him some questions. We're going to drill him. We're going to find out about buying houses, selling houses, what you need to do, where you should go. Now, you're with Century 21?
Yes. Thank you very much for having me on your show. Thank you very much, Mike. It's
and M&M, are you one of the M's?
No, but I'm an associate of the M. So yeah.
Century 21, M&M and Associates.
Mm-hmm.
Call that office and ask for Rick Munoz. He's very helpful. Now, I got to ask you some questions, if
sure,
it's all right.
Definitely.
Who can buy a house? Don't you have to make just a ton of money and be at your job for 20 years to buy a house?
Well, you can have that feature. That's an option too. That helps you. But there's many multitudes of ways that we can assist clients professionally and ethically, of course. And but they have to call us, to get the assistance that they need and to filter through it.
In the Tower District here, for example, there's people out there paying $2,000 a month in rent. Can you buy a house for $2,000 a month?
Oh, definitely you can, and it just varies depending on what location that they're looking at or what is it exactly that they're kind of interested in what areas. So yes.
So for starters, those people out there who are renting, they should just call you and ask, what do you charge to find out?
Oh, I charge an easy fee. It's called FREE.
It's free to find
out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So it's free, but of course you have to call and talk a little, have a little communication, and you're talking about $100,000 item that you're buying. So it's a home. So we're going to spend some time communicating about that,
figuring out what you're facing, what you're in for, and whether you can qualify. And you don't want to sell someone a house and then in 6 months they can't make the payments.
Correct. And so we guide them through the process, kind of facilitate depending. Each person is unique in their aspects, so we take the time to communicate with them. And
so anybody who's been on the job a little while and they're making decent money at least should ask Rick Munoz.
Yes.
About the possibilities. Now, about 10 years ago, we had the crash.
Mm-hmm.
People had houses, and they couldn't sell them because they owed more than they're worth.
Yeah.
Has that reversed, or are some of them starting to have some equity that maybe it's time that they can start thinking of selling?
Yes, there is a. We're kind of catching up to that, but of course that was a little bit hyperinflated there. But we're catching up a little by little, so it's catching up a little, but they're staying stable at the moment. So they're kind of going up and down, but they're at a nice trend. So they're at a nice trend. So it's not like declining, or then it's going to be shooting up. So as far as we see.
So if they have a house and they don't know what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help them figure that out?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And what they do is give me a call, and then I facilitate them and go through some of the information that we would need to make sure that they are qualified for, to sell their home and see how comfortable they are with doing that. So
if they can find out if they have some equity, you'd find out what they owe and see if there's that equity there and whether it's time to sell or not.
Definitely.
Let me ask you this. What if they owe a whole bunch more than it's worth? Can they sell them, a short sale or something like that?
Yes, there is a opportunity where they could do a short sale, but every situation is unique. We need to discuss with them and see where they're at with that, and see what their bank would be able to or willing to do in that in that time frame. Yeah, and see.
Rick Munoz knows how to work that out, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
But he'll give you honest input. Like here's where you are, here's where you need to be, here's where you want to wait till this point or something, or if your house has a lot of equity and it's time to sell, you'll help them get it sold.
You're absolutely right, Mike. Yeah, and definitely, they have to call me and so we can discuss those features and those uniqueness that of each transaction that they are.
Each one's different, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's say somebody wants to buy right now, or even just find out if they can buy or sell right now, or even find out what position they're in. Where should they start reaching you? Is there a website? Should they call you direct?
Yeah, they could call me directly. My phone number is, just go, we can throw it up there. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. So the number right there, they call me at 559-827-0888. Of course, the 827 is kind of like, seems like a Visalia number, but I cover the Fresno County area.
Yeah, the whole, Merced, Visalia, Madera, would you cover the whole thing?
Yes, I could cover that, but I mostly concentrate in Fresno and Madera area also.
Madera
I could do some of the Kings County area, Visalia, but more of the concentration, more of my clientele is in the Fresno Clovis and Madera area.
Here's a question I get asked from a lot of our viewers, because we have a lot of Spanish shows on our network. Do you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do. I speak Spanish, not really
enough to get through a
eloquently, but
transaction,
yes,
yeah.
yes, to get through the transaction and help my clients. I'm working with a current client right now that is needing assistance through Spanish, so I'm facilitating them through the process.
So if you speak English or Spanish, or if the person on the other side of the transaction speaks the other language, Joe Munoz can get the whole thing together. Not a lot of agents can do that.
yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
You know, if they only speak one or the other, sometimes it's trouble, especially in this market, because usually people on one side or the other are speaking Spanish. And if you want a good, honest, transparent transaction, you need to do it in the language of the person that's selling or buying.
Yes, very important. That target group needs more guidance,
Yeah.
and same thing like with all of our clients. They need guidance. So in that aspect also, I provide that for my clients.
I don't like to say the phone number too few times, so I'll say
Oh,
559-827-0888.
Yes.
Rings.
Yes.
Now, what does that go to, your secretary or your assistant?
Oh yeah, it goes to me.
I love
I
that.
am the manager, the back office,
Yeah.
the front office.
Tell you,
and,
if you want a real estate agent, you want to talk to them direct, and that's why Rick's a good guy for that. You call his number, he's going to answer.
Yeah.
And what if you're on the line? You get right back to him?
Yeah, I usually have a 24-hour turnaround to contact my clients.
Get back to everyone, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But usually it's pretty rapidly. If they call, I'll be able to answer and
Very good.
be able to facilitate them.
Rick's a great guy. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
Just give me a call. You'll see what professionalism is, and he'd be more than happy to assist you throughout the process.
And what I like to say about Rick is it's free to find out. If you're thinking of buying or thinking of selling, just call Rick. He's nice, he's honest, and he'll tell you the truth about whether it's the right time to buy or sell for you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
We'll be back with more Central Valley business right after this.